We all know that Vegeta is one of the most ripped anime characters in history, but that begs the question, could you actually achieve this physique in real life? Could you get a physique just like Vegeta's? Well, let's find out. So first of all, let's just take a look at what Vegeta actually looks like in real life in terms of his stats. Of course, obviously, he doesn't look like anything in real life because he's a drawing, and he could look like many different things. But if he were to exist, what would his actual stats be? Well, according to Dragon Ball fandom, they have him listed at 5'4" and 123 pounds. Now, I'm pretty sure this is like just base form. Like when you first see him, I don't think it would be any of his bigger forms or anything like that. I think it's just base form. I did also see on superherojacked.com that he is 5'3", 160 to 180. So I didn't know where they got those stats at. Let me know in the comments if you know exactly where. According to fandom, he's a little bit smaller, but either way, I actually think Superhero Jacked is more accurate in terms of like if you include his muscle mass. I mean, he's pretty big. I wouldn't say he's up to 180 unless it's like maybe his biggest forms, but I would say on average, if we're just talking about normal looking Vegeta in his just normal base jacked form, he's probably closer to 150 to 160 at that height. 123 seems a little bit small to me. It's really hard to tell Short King's weight because like if you're 5'4" and you're only like 140, 150, you're probably gonna look pretty jacked. Whereas if you just see like a picture and then it's sized up to be like next to someone that's like 6 foot, that 6 foot person with that same amount of muscle would probably be like 220 or something like that. So it would probably be like something like 200, 210. You don't have to weigh a lot at this height, so that's a good thing. So great thing for all of us Short Kings out there. I'm not quite 5'4", but I am definitely not what you would consider tall. Anyway, so let's go ahead and jump into his actual physique breakdown. Like I said, it just really depends on which version that we're looking at. If we're looking at like some of his bigger versions like this, obviously it's drawn to be hyperbolic. He's absolutely jacked here, like probably like open bodybuilding-esque kind of physique, and his proportions are really off. He's kind of got that Master Roshi thing going on where his biceps and his shoulders are like way bigger than anything else on his body. Like his legs look jacked and they look really big too, but they're just not proportionate to his arms. Like I don't know what happened. Like was he just training his arms like 10 times that much? So then you got like the Majin version of Vegeta and you know, forms like this. So if we're talking about these versions where he's absolutely ripped or he's just massively big or anything like that, then I gotta be honest with you, I don't know if this is possible in general, even with like gear. But I think these versions where he's really ripped and just has a lot of muscle mass, it's gonna be a little iffy. You'll probably want to take some special supplements, which I don't recommend. But what about the smaller versions of his physique? Is that achievable naturally? Well, let's take a look. So Vegeta's physique, even in his smaller forms, is gonna be really difficult to obtain. I mean, he's got like a crazy physique, and obviously it depends on which drawing we're looking at too. Like some, like this one, he has like really short clavicles, so his chest looks a lot smaller, and he's got just kind of weird proportions right here. Whereas like in these shots right here, he's got like great proportions, like almost bodybuilding-esque proportions right here. So this is probably something we would want to go for if we were to try to train to be like Vegeta. I think this is like peak natural physique in terms of looking like an anime character. I mean, the proportions just look great. I mean, if we go here, this would be like totally unobtainable. And it is possible to get this lean like Vegeta in real life as well. I mean, you look at some natural bodybuilders, they get even leaner than this. Some of them get just about as lean as bodybuilders that are on gear. So when they're on stage, they're crazy. But let's just note and just set realistic expectations here. These guys don't always look like this. Yeah, sure, there are people that have like a natural tendency or genetics to be leaner than others. Some people like that are like 8 or 9% are just like naturally built that way. But for most of us are going to be more in at our leanest around 10 to 15% or so. And I think that's a really good place to be in terms of like having abs, having visible muscles and things like that. Now to look like Vegeta, depending on the shot, again, like this one, dude, looks really good. I would say he's probably around 9 to 11% body fat right there. It's tough to tell, you know, it's a drawing, it just depends. Here he would be more like, I don't know, 4% body fat, maybe even 3. So is Vegeta's physique reasonably obtainable naturally? I would say it probably is. It could be, at least, depending on your genetics, but also it's going to depend on how many years of training you've had. So if you've just picked up training, started working out in the past year or two, it's probably not going to happen for a while. If you've been lifting for 5 to 10 years or so, you could probably tweak your training or tweak your nutrition to kind of get a similar physique to this. Of course, you would want to start training the muscle groups that he has, like really start building up those shoulders, bulking up those shoulders, get those boulder shoulders, if you will, get really nice guns, really good abs, things like that. So you'd want to start targeting your training and being very specific. And then I think after maybe a year or two, or just, a few months of just really shredding, if you already have those muscles developed, I don't think it's really unreasonable or unnatural to get a similar physique to this. Now, depending on your genetics too, could you stay that lean? Would you want to stay that lean? It's not necessarily bad for you to get lean and stay lean, as long as you're not like super bodybuilding-esque shredded all the time. Like, you don't want to be like 3% all the time, because your testosterone levels are going to drop, and staying in that for a prolonged period of time is probably not the most healthy thing for you. Regardless, looking like Vegeta is not going to be an easy task. There's a reason why he's one of the most beloved characters there is. His attitude, his badassery, and his physique. He's just got an amazing physique, so it's not going to be easy. It's going to take years and years of training and hard work and very specified training and really good dieting as well. And if you want help with any of that, I've got good news for you. Check out the links in the description down below and I can help you out. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to comment and let me know. And if there's another character you would love for me to break down or ask if their physique is even achievable in the future, let me know that as well. Thanks so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next video.